I'm Brittany.
And I'm Danya. And we're the Red Bottom Republicans.
Where we talk about life,
liberty,
and Louboutin.
We also eat dinner.
Yes, we're skipping the wine tonight and we went straight for the french fries.
We went straight for french fries. We've been at a log cabin Republican meeting where we saw one of our friends speak.
Yes.
And now it's like 9:30 and we were starving, so we went and got french fries to go.
We went to get Brittany's favorite food from our favorite restaurant in Tampa.
Meat Market.
Woo!
Meat Market french fries. Okay. So, it was fun. I know you've been busy with school.
Mock trial will be the death of me, but it's over next Saturday or Sunday if we do well. So
you'll be fine.
I can't wait.
I think you'll get through.
My coach told me to bring the sass tomorrow.
Girl, bring your Louboutins. So bring the sass.
I'm gonna dress up. And
okay.
He's gonna wish that he didn't ask for that.
I always feel way more sassy when I'm like dressed up. I have my hair done, my makeup done. Make sure you wear like a high pony.
I think I'm gonna wear a bun like this.
Cause like a high pony and a bun, like it makes me feel sassy.
Then I'm gonna wear a blazer.
I like it.
I'm gonna go in there as a power lawyer.
You're gonna look cute. I'm excited.
Maybe I want to wear this little skirt with like a black blazer. So it's like I don't want to be too professional. He told me that I cannot wear a pink suit for a mock trial.
Why?
He said I have to wear all black. I don't own a full black suit.
I actually have one. I have a full black, and then I have like a full black pencil skirt. But like I said in previous episodes, like that's me, super plain. Although I'm wearing pink today.
I have a suit that's that color and pants and a skirt.
That would be so cute though, like a full pink pantsuit. I would be here for it because it's still professional but fun.
Yeah, he said all black, please. So I need to go shopping also.
Whatever. I'm here just eating. I'm sorry, guys.
Ooh, there's a lot that has happened, I think. A lot of very serious political things this week.
And a lot of like different pop culture things too that we can talk about.
Yes, the Grammys.
So yeah, we had the Grammys and it was down 50% from last year. And this was my whole thing, like great, the Grammys. But you have all of these celebrities not wearing masks.
And LA County has a mask mandate
where you can get $1,000 fine or like up to 6 months in jail. But of course these celebrities who've been like bashing us for the last year for having a free life are now like, oh, let me go to the Grammys with no mask. And you know they were having parties after.
Exactly.
I mean, you know they just didn't go home. I mean, come on people.
And
we know.
Even if you were tested, I mean, they got mad at Tom Brady for not wearing his mask, and he got tested before every game.
I know. And the thing is, too, the tests aren't even accurate anyways, so I don't know why these people who are so scared of it and think we should be in lockdown.
Follow the science.
And voted for all of these things.
Put your mask
okay
on.
with it since it's the Grammys.
And I think also, just today, there is a restaurant in LA that had their power cut off for not following the rules.
Yes, but these celebrities
can go and party and take photos and win awards that nobody cares about.
But you know they're always higher than the law. Always.
Yeah, they want us to follow the rules so they don't have to.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just...
I don't even want to go to concerts anymore. I'm so over celebrities.
No.
And then, we have to talk about Cardi B.
Oh, exactly. So that another Grammys note, her stripper pole dance in the middle of the Grammys. And this is what kills me. These are probably the same people letting their kids watch her do this, or the same people that are like, you can't read Dr. Seuss, but you can go watch Cardi B slide down the pole. Or you can't
use the terms mother and father, but you can watch them, two girls basically have sex on stage while they're singing a song.
About the worst song ever.
I don't even know how that... Our country is morally bankrupt. That's the problem.
I like that.
And it's not us being Bible-thumping, church-going freaks saying, oh my God, you are offending us with your language. You want to play that song? Fine. You want to play it on national television? Fine. But then don't come and try to tell us that calling our mom is offensive to you.
I agree.
And that's kind of what we talked about at the log cabin meeting, is how the Republican Party is they just want everyone to live their lives, and the Democrats and the gays on the Democrat side are bullying the gays on the Republican side, and
for being Trump supporters.
It's not
all of this stuff.
We're canceling cancel culture.
Exactly.
That's what we're doing.
It's crazy. Also in pop culture news, The Bachelor finished Monday, and they didn't have Chris Harrison. I think
who won?
What's her name?
Rachel
Cortana.
She did win.
She won, but then he ended up breaking up with her because she's a racist.
No.
So they fired Chris Harrison. So I think they had to have refilmed because they film all these episodes way before they come out. So they had to have refilmed this, especially to ask these questions that just recently came out about these allegations.
Yeah.
And so they had an ex NFL player ask the questions instead of Chris Harrison to see if he's paid his dues yet, and he's asking her what are you going to do to get back into his graces since you're a racist. And I'm just thinking, how
isn't he black?
Yes, he's the first black bachelor,
and she fell in love with him.
Exactly. She obviously was going to say yes to a proposal,
and he fell in love with her because he was going to propose to her, assumingly.
So how can you fall in love with somebody who is completely against your race and culture?
Well, that's what they say about... Well, they say that Candace Owens is, racist because her husband is white. But isn't Cardi B's husband white also?
I don't know.
Or did I make that up?
I don't think her husband's white. I think her husband's a singer, right?
I'm Googling it.
Wait, I think she's married to, Migos or somebody in Migos.
Never mind, take it that back.
Right? Isn't he in Migos?
His name is Offset.
Yeah, Offset! Yeah. Okay. A-Rod and J-Lo broke up.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that is sad.
It is. I mean, listen, I didn't really see it lasting because she's had multiple husbands. Listen.
It gets around the block.
Did you see the TikTok video she posted?
No.
Listen, I am not the biggest... You need to watch it. It is she looks hot. And I'm not
hot.
Okay, but I'm not the biggest fan of hers. I always think she looks good. Her skin is beautiful. She's aged so well. If I can even age half as well as she has, I'll be happy. But I've never really liked her politics, things she says.
Yeah.
But this video, you need to go after this.
Okay,
after this episode, you need to watch it because she looks good, and she's doing this Saweetie song or whatever her name is, where she's singing it's called Bad B, and everything that she's saying in the song J-Lo's doing.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to see it.
I mean, it is hot because it says trending from a selfie, and so she posts her on Vogue trending from some selfie she did a long time. So it's a badass video, I'm not gonna lie.
And then we have some big Tampa news. I think Tom Brady and Gronkowski both signed their contracts, so
they'll be here another
year.
AKA, we're winning another Super Bowl.
We're gonna have another boat parade.
Hopefully. So we can get into politics now. I don't think there's any more pop culture. I think those are the biggest things. But
so Joe Biden announced today that he is going to do his first press briefing on March 25th.
Oh. Okay.
So that's coming up.
Although I think that's the longest amount of time it's been since a president was inaugurated to when they had a
He didn't even do
conference.
his joint speech to the joint session of the House, so we'll see that. But he did do an interview with George Stephanopoulos, that's his name, last night. And they talked about the border, and basically he still didn't call it a crisis, but he said that you shouldn't come now. You should stay in your countries. And that's kind of all he said. And then even the commentators on CNN were he has to be forceful. Smirkanish, who has his own show on CNN, was he has to be forceful and say, you cannot come here. We will not let you in because it's getting so bad.
So, where I saw it, I think PragerU posted it, but they said that, it's twice as many people are coming here per day.
They're expecting more. It hit a 20-year high.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The highest number in over 20 years. And they have kids that are not seeing sunlight for like 3 or 4 days, showering every
Once a
5
week,
days.
yeah, something like that.
Sleeping on the floor. Prison-like conditions was how CNN described it. So
and if they're describing it as prison-like,
you know it's bad.
Yeah, so it's $4,200 per day this week.
And that's like just minors, right? Or is that everyone?
Maybe it didn't specify.
But did you see the video that they showed the smugglers bringing them over on the rafts? And there's this huge line on one side of the river, and they're just like shoving these people onto these rafts and just bringing them across the river, and they're getting off. It's wild.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And
now they think that there is 4 arrests have been made of people that are on the FBI terror list that have tried to cross the border. The reports are disputed. Kevin McCarthy said that he heard that, and then Axios reported on it, and then some of the Democrats on the Intel committee are saying that that's not true. So we'll have to see what plays out there. But even just the thought of 4 people on FBI's terror watch list crossing the border when we have open borders right now.
Well, and the thing is too is they don't have any troops there. Like there's nobody there,
and
because they're all still
and they can't identify anybody, because they're even saying that kids are coming over, right? 17 and under are minors, so they get put into the system. But they're having men that they think are like 25, 26 years old saying that they're 17, and they have no way to prove that they're not, so they're mixing these adults in with these kids.
Oh, God.
And then now they're going to get put into like the sponsorship pool where they'll get to family, they'll go to school, like all these things when they're not really.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
But also that could lead to like sexual assault and all of these crazy things.
And I think they also mentioned that they were separating some of the kids from the people they come across the border with to make sure that they're not being sex trafficked or smuggled. And that was the reason that Donald Trump was separating the kids from the parents.
And it was such a bad thing when he was president.
Exactly,
and now
to make sure that they were safe with the people that they came over with.
But this is, again, the whole double standard thing. It's like they're doing the exact same thing, but it's okay if Joe Biden does it, but not okay if Trump is doing it.
And I read somewhere that it costs $775 a day per child to house the minor migrants coming across the border.
Yeah, and it's not a crisis.
If it's not a crisis, why are they trying to have FEMA come down? Federal emergency.
Yep.
If it's an emergency and you want emergency money, then it's a crisis.
Exactly. It's more of a crisis than COVID.
Well, they have COVID too.
Crazy.
Oh, okay. I need to cry. That was
I know. It's so bad sitting here and just smelling these things like in front of us because, we didn't tell you, but they're truffle fries.
And these?
We don't know what they are, but they're so good.
They're so good. Okay.
So,
you mentioned the National Guard still in D.C.
Yes. They're keeping them in D.C. where they're not needed instead of taking them to the border where they could be useful.
I think they are saying that they will be leaving soon.
But why are they still there? Why are they still there?
Nancy Pelosi needs them to make us afraid.
She does not need them.
Okay, but did you see that Marjorie Taylor Greene said something about people from Guam being from like a foreign state or foreign island, something along those lines, and then the Guam National Guard walked through the halls of the Capitol to go to her office and basically intimidate her. So now we have members of the government being intimidated by the military.
Well, that's what they were saying.
Doesn't that sound a little like a coup?
Yes, 100%. But that kind of like ties into what Ted Cruz was saying about Tucker.
Oh, Tucker Carlson did not say that women should not serve in the military. That's not what he said.
And so that's a whole debacle.
He said that pregnant women are not as, like, they can't serve the same way as men.
Well, no.
And pregnant women can't ride roller coasters. They can't do a lot of things. So why do we expect them to go to war?
Well, you can't. I mean, even if they got hit in the stomach or something, like, they could lose their child.
And then the military is also talking about how they can't have uniform physical tests because the women can't pass them at the same rate as men because men and women are not the same.
100%.
Like, Tucker never said that women should not be in the military. He said, you know, he respects women. He wants women in the military. They have a very special role in the military. But, like, pregnant women, they have different hormones. You know, there's all kinds of things.
But I also don't even think I know any girl who would want to be pregnant and serving.
Or they could be pregnant and serving, but they don't need to be on the front line.
No, they could be behind the scenes.
And then they're talking about how
so many other
the
things.
military needs to be inclusive, and they're going to have new hairstyles and new uniforms, and the military's posting on social media, like, how outraged they are at Tucker Carlson. And I'm like, China's and all the other countries are laughing at us because now we are now trying to make our military woke, they're strengthening theirs.
100%. And the military has never been in politics.
No, and it's like the military
now it's okay.
Already, I'm pretty sure the military is more like minorities in percentage-wise than the actual country does. But we don't need our military to have, like, everyone can serve, but at some point you're going to start getting people that are like, oh, well, I don't think we should go to war. I don't think we should bomb those people. I don't think we should kill those people. I don't think we should be in that country. And once your soldiers don't follow your rules, then
you're supposed to be the commander in chief.
anymore.
And if you're not, then you're done.
This is gonna be interesting.
The next 4 years is gonna be interesting.
I can't believe it's only been
in
3 months.
I know, and all of this has happened. It still seems like more boring than when Trump was in office.
It's so boring, except now we have to pay $50 for gas.
Oh, no, I filled up today, $58. And I drive a small car. I don't drive an SUV.
That's crazy.
58, it was like 58.60 something.
Oh my god, mine was 40, like 5 or 6.
I was seriously at the gas station watching it, and I'm just going,
Since I made an Instagram video and I said, thanks, Joe Biden.
Well, my mom got gas this morning because I was driving with her, and she woke up late, like, was eating breakfast in the car, and then she fills up, and she's like, damn it, Joe Biden, this is because of you, because she drives an SUV, so her tank, it took like $80 to fill it up, and she was so mad. And she only had, like, she still had a quarter of a tank left.
I am not looking forward to filling the boat up.
Oh, no, I wouldn't be either.
It takes like 300 gallons of gas or something crazy like that.
I wouldn't even go. I would just like, Doug, you do it. I can't watch. Can't watch this disaster. So we went to the Strawberry Festival.
Oh,
this
it was
weekend.
so fun. There were
fun.
so many people there not wearing masks.
Well, I don't think. Okay, maybe we saw 2 people double masked, but everybody else was enjoying their life.
And we have a fun video for you coming. As soon as I am not doing mock trial, I will put the little things together and we'll have a very fun video.
Fun. So we asked people these different things, and one of the questions we asked was, what do you think of our governor, Ron DeSantis? And if you knew the amount of people who had no idea of who we were talking about, it would actually blow your mind, because I didn't even think it was real until it was like at least 5 people in a row. Like, they were like asking us, who is that? And we're like, your governor.
That's the problem with people. It's like, if you live in Florida, if you turn on the news, turn on the radio, go on social media, like, you're gonna see something about him. People just don't pay attention. And I'm like, in the middle of a pandemic, when the only reason you're at the Strawberry Festival is because the governor said that you could be, like, you could go out and don't be on lockdown.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh yeah, okay, then I would vote for him.
But they had no idea who he was.
But that just shows that people aren't voting, like...
They're not voting for the candidate. They're voting for
if it has a
Democrat
D or an R next to their name.
And
they're not voting on policy, because we're asking the same people, okay, well, what do you think of Joe Biden? They're like, oh, we love Joe Biden. But then we ask them, what do you think of Ron DeSantis? They don't know who he is, but you say he's the reason we're all here, and he goes, oh yeah, then I would vote for him. So I'm like, you don't know anybody's
They don't
policy.
really know the policies of Joe Biden either. They just know that Joe Biden is a Democrat.
Well, pretty much everybody that said they liked Joe Biden, they were just like, oh yeah, I like my stimulus.
Exactly.
Like, they voted for him because he said, oh, I'm going to give everybody $2,000.
We did talk to somebody that knew DeSantis, and they said that they were happy that he opened the state, but that's the only thing they agreed with him on, and they probably wouldn't vote for him.
Yeah, but that's huge.
That's like, could you imagine if Andrew Gillum was our governor right now?
We would still be locked in our houses.
We would be like California.
It'd be
and we would have a state income tax, or he would try.
100%.
I just did my taxes today.
But that video's coming soon, so you'll see it. It's funny. We were having a good time.
We were having so much fun, and my parents were there, and they thought that us walking up to random people asking if we could interview them was the most entertaining part of the whole festival.
It was, because we would be like, okay, they look like they would answer our questions. Like, let's go to them.
Yeah.
Or they don't look busy. They're just kind of standing around. Let's go to them. I mean, they were funny. And then your mom would be like, they look like they'd be good to interview. Like, go over there.
The best part was the people standing in line for their strawberry shortcake. They were normally willing to talk to us.
Yes, and they were, because they pretty much couldn't leave us.
Yeah, because there was nowhere to go. The line was really long.
Oh, and then we asked the strawberry man what he thought.
Yeah.
But you'll see. We won't spoil it for you.
No, it's fun. It's coming soon, I promise.
And then the new gun bills they're trying to pass. So they're trying to ban AR-15, and then they're trying to ban magazines over a 10 round capacity. It's
so crazy. And that voting rights bill too. I think they're going to try to push all of this through as a consolidation so that they only need 50 votes.
So this is crazy. I didn't know this, but I read it. So they used to, when an illegal would try to buy a gun, they would like send it somewhere and like kind of flag it. But 17 Democrats voted to like change this, to like give illegals rights to like buy guns, but they're trying to take away rights of law-abiding citizens by trying to take away our like high-capacity magazines and take away our ARs.
So we cannot have an AR, but an illegal immigrant who they don't know anything about can go and buy a gun?
Okay, so what it is that if an illegal tried to buy a gun, they would notify ICE, and so they'd get deported. But now 17
ICE isn't deporting people.
17 Democrats voted to not notify ICE if an illegal tries to buy a gun. How crazy is that?
I just don't understand.
So an illegal can buy a gun and nobody's notified, but you can't buy an AR.
I just don't understand. Okay, I get the humanitarian aspect of wanting to allow these immigrants to come in. Okay, I see that. I don't necessarily agree that just letting them come here is the best way to handle that, but I see that point. Now, once they're here, to let them vote, to let them work, to let them buy guns, to let them have access to taxpayer-funded programs.
That's giving them more rights than you.
They don't deserve that.
It's crazy. It's giving them more rights than we have.
Maybe we have a duty to help them because their countries they come from are so mismanaged.
Of course, but then it's rude to the people who do it the right way.
Exactly, like my family.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of other people's families. And just like we said before, if you're going to help somebody, help the homeless people, help the veterans, help the people that are here and that are struggling. Don't just give all of this stuff to these illegal immigrants. For one, they're breaking the law by coming here illegally. There is a process set in place. They could come here the right way.
Exactly. And then a lot of them are coming over here and then selling drugs or, sex trafficking and all of these other things. It's just wild.
It's crazy. I don't know.
I don't know. Is there any more topics?
Wait, you had a funny story about a girl and her mom.
Oh!
This is something I would do. I'm kidding! I was never prom queen.
This is crazy. So my mom sent me this. And it was actually in Florida. So this mom and daughter rigged, I guess they did a prom queen voting online. And the mom somehow found a way to rig that her daughter won prom queen.
How can you even rig it if it's online?
I don't know.
You're from Mean Girls where they're stuffing the ballot box?
Yes, I think it was online. I'm not 100% sure, but I know they rigged it so her daughter would win, and then they found out that she rigged. I mean, could you imagine getting found out that you rigged it?
But it's so important for them that she wins prom queen. They're gonna rig the election.
So
that is some Mean Girls stuff right there.
I know. And seriously, it brought me back to the movie. My mom sent it to me. She's like, "You guys should talk about this on your show." It was so funny.
That's my favorite movie.
Oh.
I miss movies.
Well, I feel like there hasn't been any good movies.
I have been in between my studying to take a break and fall asleep. I've been watching The Crown again.
Good.
And it's so good. And I cannot wait until they get to like this Harry and Meghan stuff. Because you know they're going to talk about it eventually. I'm in the Diana part right now, but it's coming.
Has there been any more about them? I don't think so.
Oh, yeah. So reports that she wants to run for
office.
yes.
You sent me that Saturday.
Oh, please.
Could you imagine?
I saw a meme that said she found out she couldn't be the United Kingdom's queen, so she's going to try to be the queen of America. And I was like, honestly, that describes her so perfectly.
But she doesn't care about titles.
They have a Netflix. They signed some kind of Netflix deal, right? So we'll be getting a documentary or a show
it's a
or something.
show that I will not be watching. I will read about it,
but I won't watch it.
And we will give you the news about it, but we will not be watching it. We will not be supporting this Netflix show.
Okay, do we have a chirp of the week?
Yes, I don't have my phone. I'm trying to think of exactly what it said. So actually, this chirp of the week was sent to me, but it was about both of us. So it's even more funny. But it said, oh, I know what it said. You racist hoes. You ugly as F. You both ugly ass. Trying to keep the show PG, okay? So I'm not gonna say it.
I just love how people take the time to tell us that.
Yeah. First of all, I am not a hoe. And I think we're very beautiful.
I think we're very beautiful too.
Beautiful on the inside and the outside.
And we're, both college educated.
And we're not racist.
No, we're not racist. Absolutely not.
Anyways, Java's trip of the week.
We think that the Republican Party should be for everybody.
Yes.
And we talked about that.
We were talking about that. Actually, Rogan, he had a lot of really good points. I wish I was taking notes because the things he was saying
I know.
I mean, they were just spot on.
And people are going to call us racist, they're going to call us bigots, they're going to call us everything under the sun. But just because someone calls you that,
doesn't
for all the people out there that are struggling with
yes, you cannot let it get to you because honestly, there's no more words that they can call us. All they we've
been called them all already.
But all they ever say is that Republicans are racist or we're white supremacists. They
or
don't
you're
have anything else to
uneducated, which
say to
none
us.
of them is true. So if you're struggling with voicing your opinions and trying to be more vocal, the worst they can say to you are those things, and then maybe they don't want to be your friend anymore. But as we have seen, you make new friends and you make better friends.
Yes, 100%.
So,
we wouldn't be friends if we weren't into politics.
If it wasn't for the conservative movement and Donald Trump, we would have
never met. And we both went to the same school, and we live in the same town, and we probably still would have never met. So, just keep going. Don't be scared.
Yeah, just keep putting yourself out there. You can reach out to us. We will help you. We will support you.
Because you are a red bottom Republican.
Yes, you are.
Okay. We'll see you on the next one.